Right now, as we look across the Naples Bay, the sun is coming up and like a postcard, boat heading out here early. And it is going to be a gorgeous morning. It will be hot and humid later on today as we wait for a little bit better chance of rain later on this afternoon. And you can see there's just not a whole lot of cloud cover to talk about here in this view. Let's get you over to the radar this morning because we are tracking a little bit of rain off the east coast of the state and a few more off over the Gulf of Mexico. And this is really about all that's around here early. You can see the showers sitting well offshore, working north to south here, and all the green you're seeing on the radar is false return. It won't be until later on this afternoon where we pick up some of those showers and storms. Not lunchtime, noon, 1 o'clock, we are still dry, but we will start to see the clouds build and perhaps a few showers by 3 o'clock. And it's really between 4 and 8 that we have the best chance to pick up some wet weather. Some of these thunderstorms are going to linger there between 8 and 9 before they start to wind down by the time we get towards 11 to midnight. Now, as far as the rainfall needs, boy, oh boy, do we need it. 15.18 now behind year to date in Fort Myers. Just for the month alone, we're almost 4.5, and Punta Gorda starting to approach 10. We got an update from the U.S. Drought Monitor yesterday, and you can see severe to moderate drought still along the coastline with abnormally dry conditions right along the interstate. But it's really right along the coast from Inglewood all the way down through Captiva and also the northern parts of Pine Island that need the rain the most. We are under a severe drought, and September is the last of 4 months where we average 9 inches of rain or more. It drops tremendously as we get towards October, followed by November, which is tied for February for our driest months of the year. So this morning, we're dry. That's going to help the morning commute and the drop off of the little ones at school. But later on today, we're going to climb up to 94 degrees, Lehigh Acres, Immokalee, 93 down in Naples. And while that is above our average, it is not quite to record levels. But you factor in the humidity, it'll once again today feel like the triple digits. So the record on the state is 96, going back to 1995. The average is 90. Now, over the weekend, we're going to continue to see a fairly high chance of rain. This is this afternoon, and by 7 o'clock, you see a lot more thunderstorm activity than what we've seen the last couple of days. We'll keep that trend going for Saturday, but Sunday, the rain will come a little earlier as the wind comes out of the west. So we could see a few showers and storms between noon and 3, and then most of the big stuff should ride over towards the I-95 corridor. As far as the tropics, Hurricane Lee continues moving north, picking up some forward speed, winds of 85 miles per hour. You can see the large scope of this storm. Huge rain shield off to the north. That's going to be the biggest concern here for parts of the northeast and eventually the Canadian Maritime as the storm moves quickly off into the North Atlantic. Now, as far as Margot, this one's a tropical storm. It's going to do a little loop here and then quickly start to move back off towards the east over the weekend and early next week. A couple of other areas to mention in the tropics. The first one has a 90% chance of developing. We're still near the peak of our season, so no surprise. We've still got areas out near the coast of Africa. The next name on the list is Nigel, and we're likely to get that here in the days ahead. And then a new one near the Cabo Verde Islands right now just has a 20% chance of developing. One of the things you notice there with the red, that turn to the north. Right now, all the early indicators are showing that one should turn safely out to sea as well. 7-day forecast, we actually get our temperatures a little closer to our average here, all due to that rain chance, which should stay around 60% through the middle parts of next week.